onto the go-kart track. Who does that?
I actually almost demolished the camera guy.
He should probably move.
I think the band name chose us more than anything. But we were in contact with this girl, I'll take the blame. This girl online who was really, really hot, or so I thought. And
Sure, her pictures were really, really hot. Start there.
And then one day we realized it was getting a little bit too crazy to be true, and did some snooping and found out she was fake, or had like stolen the pictures from another person.
Yeah,
Be a man.
it started to get a little.
You know.
I know.
Gotta deny that all the time.
Her name could be Bud, Steve. We try not to think about the creepy old man scenario that could actually be true.
And when we were looking for a band name, you know, she was Hot Chelle Rae, and like she'd been this entity that we didn't really know too much about in the end, and that was a cool sounding name and something that was really unique and identified with our music. That was
2. That's actually 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
My first kiss was really awkward because Ian walked into the room during the first kiss, and me and his mom were making out.
Oh, right. I was like, wait, where is this going?
No. I'm never going to tell him about making out with his mom.
Do it again. Do it again. There, they're coming over. Look at this.
Hey, you guys don't speak it.
Like, this guy is not legit at all.
Man.
Fine, ducks. We don't like you anyway.
Since Ryan's not here to defend himself, it's a great opportunity to talk about this because he apparently like was dared to go French kiss a girl when he was in like kindergarten or something.
Oh, yeah.
He was really young, like 5.
Little baller. I saw it on the TV, and I remember I went to school. Second day of school, I asked this girl, her name was Lindsay Lane, and I was like, leaving my girlfriend, and she said yes, and then the next day, a French kissed her and got sent home.
Honestly, why are my clothes out on the street?
We've been writing ever since we were little kids, but we finally really come to this place where we, you know, love the music we're making, and it's what comes most naturally to us.
Every time I'ma go 'cause I got no
Kinda took one of Nash's relationships as a starting point, to say the least.
Whenever you're in a band, whoever you date kind of dates the whole band. I mean, don't get crazy, like not a freaky way, but you know they're around and like it's all close quarters. We're on a bus and we're all you know in like very tight spaces, and so they have to be cool with everybody. And this girl was not cool with anybody, like including me. Just bad news.
We've all been through like pretty crazy relationships at some point, so it was kind of like a Frankenstein version of several versions of our relationships, but mainly it was about one of Nash's ex-girlfriends that was kind of crazy, and a lot of those lyrics are very much about her.
You know, Ashley Benson was in the video from Pretty Little Liars, and she plays a really, really perfect, crazy ex-girlfriend, which makes you wonder what she would be like today. But she was really cool to do the video with, and we had a lot of fun shooting that one as well.
I've never gotten to experience acting that close up, like to watch her do that over and over again. I was like, wow, you're really good. Like, this is what real acting looks like. It was really awesome.
We pranked a couple bands. What was the, we got Taylor pretty good.
Yeah, Taylor, we were out with Taylor Swift in Australia in March of this year. And there's these pews that come up from underneath the stage, and like a bunch of her like band and stuff are sitting on the pews, and it's kind of like, you know, a wedding scene or whatever. And so we like went in, we sat down, we wrote like 13s all over ourselves because that's like her favorite number, and we just like joined in and we like danced all over the stage. It was the last show of the tour. It was really fun.
Her whole band and like her dancers were in on it. So they had us come out and like they set it all up, and it's always better when you have somebody inside working for the prank too.
I just got this like 3 weeks ago. found out after the fact that my dad's dad had this in the exact same spot.
Andy loves Popeye.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you look at my Instagram,
Yeah,
there's a
man just needs a book.
picture of me and Popeye hanging out.
Where did I get last?
Tennessee?
Oh yeah, Tennessee. And 1986 at the same time.
I gotta let it be. It's not done yet, but it's kind of dirty from Google Carts. But my dad, Jamie and I all got it together at the same time.
Yeah.
So my dad's all tatted up. It's cool.
And my mom.
I know. Instead of a midlife crisis, they decided to have a midlife tattoo session.
We also have this one together, brothers in Norwegian.
But
We're just adorable.
I laugh these chumps.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. once told me, "You're the best."
So I didn't know that Jamie was such a good driver at being backwards.
Hey, you're pretty good at being backwards yourself.
When he started playing drums when he was 12, he started practicing. It was less practice and more like, I don't even know what you want to call it. It was almost like religious. By the time he was like 15, he was ready. And he had to graduate high school in order to be in the band. My parents' rules, and our parents are in the music industry, so we had total support. So I always kind of knew in the back of my mind and hoped that would happen because we were such good friends. Just as kids, we've always been best friends, and I knew that it would be weird to leave home and not be with Jamie. I knew it always felt weird.
I'm pretty positive I'm going to build one of these in my backyard.
With ones that go twice as fast.
Twice as fast and like a figure 8.
If you ain't first, you're last.
We all won because we all had fun.
Oh, you ready?
Really want to do
We actually have a lot of matching tattoos.
This is 2008.
So we got signed with that.
Even if I wasn't in the band, I would always say, well, I don't really know what's going to happen, but either way, I'm going to go with you guys and probably load some gear or something. But I was just playing nonstop with the small hope that maybe one day we'd end up doing something together. And sure enough, they ended up firing the one piece that they needed. Was a drummer after that.
Well, and Jamie was really good. So if Jamie wasn't good, he'd be selling merch or something. If he wanted to be on the road, but he's really
Be a great road.
he's truthfully a phenomenal drummer. Don't ever do that again. I'll strip down to my underwear and get in the water for $50.
Wow, really?
How clean is it?
It's not.
It's not clean.
Not clean at all.
That's the whole point.